Hey everyone, Achikah here, and it's the weekend, so that means it's time for another DCUO base showcase here on the channel, and today I got another very special one lined up for you guys. Very special because it is the third place winner of Base Off Day of the Dead Curator. Smoove entered with their take on Phantom of the Opera called Phantom of the Sewers, and it is such a wonderfully fun, horrifically filled base. It's like so many fun item combos, and the story, the slow descent into madness is just really wonderful. So, why don't we just jump into it? Without further ado, let's go check out Smoove's Phantom of the Sewers. Also, you'll have to forgive my sparkliness. I do have an nth metal detector on because I'm filming during nth metal week. And I did not time. Oh, there we go. Alright, there's Smooth's bases, Phantom of the Sewers. So we'll have a little bit of sparkly flair, which I feel is kind of a bit. It works with Phantom of the Opera a bit. You know, the Phantom's got a bit of flair to their a little bit of dramatics to their horror. I think they'd approve. Ooh. Alright, so here we are. We're jumping into a sewer substation here. And we have all kinds of devices to manage the sewer system that is afoot. Of course, Smoove being a big fan of the diesel generators, as we've seen in past bases. If you guys haven't seen his Manta sub, definitely go check that out. I will link it up above, but it definitely has some really fun uses of the generators and such. So, and this base is no different. But yeah, so we have this pump station that has long been inactive. We'll see. It's definitely in need of repair, but we can also see that it's not quite just a pump station. It is definitely a a bit of a graveyard, loosely. As we'll come to find out. Look at all these body bags! Oh my gosh. Oh man, this is great. And I look at the air conditioning, like, work too, is just really great. Just like a lot of fun mechanical item combos in here. I'm really digging. And also the use of the gas fan to serve as like a sewer grate is really nice. Those gas fans, I've really been having a lot of fun, like, in a bunch of my industrial bases with these. I never really, like, messed with them until I did, like, Sintel Inc., you know what I mean? Like, it was, like, where I started to, like, really utilize them, because I was doing kind of a sewery base, but they're really fun. They can be used as, like, shelvings and stuff, so to see them as sewer grates is really cool. And as you'll see, the fans, the wall fans, too, also work as that. We'll see later in the base, though. Spoiler alert. So, again, to echo both the disrepair as well as the kind of derelict, abandoned, and kind of horrific-ness of this area, it seems everyone who was managing this the sewer system has also been deceased in one way or another. And also on the job, which, like, nobody wants to die on the job. That's just no. That's probably one of the most tragic things of this base. Oh, but look at this console. How cool is that? That's a great use of the shield replica. I saw that when I was going through on the live stream, but look at that. Kind of has that, like, old school, like, electrode, like, you know, kind of vibe. Just really neat. Smoove always finds really cool ways to use, like, mechanical objects and light sources in these really neat amalgamations in their bases, so. Oh man, this is great. And if you guys want to get in on some of the bombshell furniture, which all these, like, very antique looking items, it is, like, with the ops missions, I think they're in rotation. Bombshell is in rotation currently. It should be, well, I guess when this comes out, it'll almost be over. But hey, you might be able to get a few runs in. Oh, look at this. This is so cool. It's like a giant drain. Oh, it's so neat. Look at that. Especially with the lights. Oh, that's wonderful. Wow, that's great. I mean, literally, it's a grate. I'll see myself out. Oh man, really wonderful clipping here. And again, it's just a nice. Honestly, it's a pump station, but you know, there's definitely a bit of the macabre here, and I think it's gonna get a bit worse as we dive in further. So to make sure, I think both hallways are the same. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. So, as you can see, the disrepair is going to start getting a bit uh more so. Oh, this is great. Look at the fueling station here for the diesel generators. Ah, it's so great. But here, I really love this. So the sewer theme comes pre-made with these awesome waterfall and water effects. And the use of the tarp to catch the water is so cool. I think I saw this. I think one of the first bases I saw this in was one of the very first base-offs. I think it was Lady Clay's Catwoman base, actually. Uh, like Catwoman's apartment, I think was the one, like one of the first, like, and I love that, like just having a water effect. It wasn't the sewer base though; it was the dive theme mixed with a rain cloud. So to use the tarp with the water source that's in the base is great, and also it's just sagging and like there's probably holes because it's not doing its job. But as you'll see, that's kind of on par with the majority of the base that's here. Oh man. And also just like going up the ladders, like look at all the diesel generators. Oh man, this is great. Look at the use of the moonlit waterfalls for these sewer grates that are just leaking and like grown over with mold and vines. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's awesome. And then, oh yeah, so there, look at this. Oh my gosh, there's a whole other floor. Like, oh, man, we'll get to this in a second because I do want to get into this room first because this seems to be the main area here, which is also a hidden doorway, as you can see. It has its own hidden switch. This is how we used to make like hidden doors back in the day before we had the secret manor door. It's just kind of have them on like a little bit of a track or like make it look like a jar. So dividers and walls and stuff. But so this is the main hub of the station, I would assume, or at least the office, or it was, and it has been turned into this mad scientist chemical lab. Look at this! This is so great! Oh, so many hazardous materials that are just leaking and just as in disrepair as the rest of the base. Oh man. And as we can see, all these chemicals are being refined even further to decompose many bodies. So I think like the ones we saw before are slowly making their way up here to be to also be used. Look at the water pumps. Oh, this is so great. And as you can see, some of our toxic goo is also leaking down into the bowels of the sewer system, which we will see later on, which is I saw this like when I was judging. It's just it's so cool. All right. But let's get to this extra floor that we have here. So check this out first. So we have our another skeleton manning one of the valves here. But so we have this little room here that has some piping and valves and such. And then we have another dude, man, I am such a fan of these scaffoldings from summer. I know like there were some people who like didn't really like the summer drops, which I understand. It was very niche kind of. But these things that kind of mimic a Z axis to where they're just floating and freestanding are like really huge for base decorating. Like this is like giving us something to make our own flooring with is crazy. Whoever did this, like shout out cuz this is awesome. Like this is fantastic and it's weight bearing and the clipping isn't so bad. Look at this. It's just it's so great. And it fits with this base so well. Oh, it's so good. And as you can see, Smoove has utilized them to make a hatch, which is where we're supposed to go next for this base. First I want to check out this little room here. Actually, I think it'll loop back around to where I could check that out later though. So let's just go down the hatch, shall we? Woo, woo. So we have parts of the substation still, but we also have a bit more of a macabre area too, as we can see some experiments that have gone awry. Look at this! And you can see the runoff from above trickling down here. Oh man, yes, and here it is. Yes, it's a kind of coagulating and corroding various creatures. And look at the tentacle monsters consuming the bodies. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so much fun. All the various cages, so many bones. But you know what? At least the bones are going like it's circle of life kind of thing. But it does seem like a very natural circle of life, though. And then check this out. We even have a little sitting area here beneath. Oh, it's so great, man. This is such a great use of the space, and also using the short scaffolding on the stairwells to make that little spot we saw earlier too. It's just, oh man, really nice work, Smoove. This is great. And I think that's the end of this area. It's also great using the tarps because they kind of stop you from being like, no, you don't go this way. It looks like you can, but you can't. Oh, really cool. Okay, so let's go back up the hatch here. I think our next stop is to follow the way down here. And then you'll get to see that the sewer system is definitely in need of so much repair. As look at this, look at the floor caving in here, guys. Look at this, it's so good. Actually, I'm gonna let's do this. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. Oh man. You can see the floor is just has totally been caved in. Ooh. Maybe we can get a bird's eye view. Yes, look at that! The engines above are barely hanging on. Look at that! Oh, it's so good. Oh, they're definitely gonna be tumbling into it's just a matter of time. All the water damage that has flooded this place is just completely eroding any of the flooring in this section specifically, especially with the water dripping down. I just love that because we have all the tarps trying to catch the water, and it's just they finally gave up. They're like, well, you know what, whatever. And now we have this waterlogged floor that has been just absolutely obliterated and molded into the ground below. And that's where we see this little sub station here. It was probably interconnected with the rest of it at one point, but those days are definitely over given how the flooring is. It's just so precarious. Just look at the generators hovering they're just, oh man. It just feels like this whole place is gonna give way. So we should definitely watch our step. I say as I jump into the bowels here. Oh, look at this. And now we get to see a little bit of the Phantom's flashiness. We have the swan boat here, and we have the chandeliers above all these boilers. Oh, it's so good. The flamingo just kind of hanging out too. And if we look underneath here, oh, look at the mushrooms taking over some of the bodies. Oh. And this wonderful dock, too, is really well done as well. Look at that. Oh, yeah, we have the waterfall with the water effect coming down from the sewer. Great. Oh, it's so neat. Alright. So, next we enter here, and we are definitely getting into the Phantoms area. We have a bedroom where the Phantom sleeps. Oh, just look at the drapery, too, is just so well done. And then we can see the Phantom has been using, or painting some art here. Kind of a bit of a memento mori, but also a self-portrait into how the Phantom sees themselves. Look at that! Oh, it's so cool. Look at, like, just the disjointedness of the painting. Oh, it's great. And then we enter the lair of the Phantom of the sewer. Look at this! Oh my gosh, this is fantastic. And first thing I have to do, since it is the Phantom. Oh, look at the light clip in with the organ. Oh, it's so good. We have the Phantom's piano. Look at the moth cloth above. Look at that. With the little star eyes. I said on the stream it looked like it was a moth with some Elton John glasses, which I think is very on brand for like a Phantom type. a very flared out moth with its beautiful wings. And then we have all the skeletons coming through this mirror here, which are just haunting the Phantom for his deeds. Their deeds, I should say. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I love it. Wow. And look at the rug work, too. This is spectacular, because a lot, like, you guys, anybody who's decorated, like, knows how hard it is to, like, really use rugs in the game, because when you overlay them, they have that weird bugged out effect, you know what I mean? Where they, like, fight for dominance over, like, the layering, and it just kind of, like, really, like, it can be an eyesore, you know what I mean? Like, it really just, like, it bounces the immersion out of the base, like, a lot of the times, but man, this is awesome. Choosing the right rugs in the right spots to get this, like, mosaic of rugs is just so cool. It took so much work. I know it did. And it's gorgeous. Oh, man. But with the spooky comes the serene, of the romanticized part of the Phantom, too. Even if it is very delusional. Oh, this is great. Look at the mummy and the reindeer. Oh, that's so good. And of course, the Phantom needs their own bathroom, even in a sewer. And I think that is the end of Smoove's Phantom of the Sewer. So thank you so much to Smoove for entering base off and sharing this absolutely wonderful base, and congratulations on your 3rd place win. This was a really fun base. Just the item combos, the use of the scaffolding, I have yet to, well, I don't think, maybe you guys can correct me, but I don't think I've seen anybody use the scaffolding yet, like in a full-fledged flooring kind of situation like there was above there. That was very fun and very cool. I hope that the devs will keep making items like that, because it was just, man, it's so useful for us to have like a floating floor, because that really can help us like build in the spaces of bases, especially for like manor themes and stuff. Like, oh man, like, I can't wait till next year when they'll be, like, the price will be reduced and we can really buy enough of them to, like, play around with them in different themings and to do that. So, the work that Smoove put in order to get those is pretty great. Because I know I didn't farm that many. I don't know if you guys did, because, wow. but yeah, just the item combos, the slow burn into this wonderfully theatrical layer here of horror. It's such a great base. So thank you again so much to Smoove. And thank you guys so much for watching. Announcement wise, nothing right now. Look for the next base off to be announced on Friday, this coming Friday, I do believe, if everything's going according to plan. Like I said, if you've looked at base offs in the past, it shouldn't be any surprise as to what the theme or you know what the theme is. But so just be working on a base. That's all I'm gonna say. I think you guys will be just fine. Other than that, just tours will be happening on Wednesdays and Saturdays as usual. I got some really fun iconic ones coming up too, so be on the lookout for that. So yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Smoove, so much for your absolutely wonderful base. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care, everybody.